DCFS, the Department of Child and Family Services, is a government organization in Illinois that can be difficult to work with. I spent 7 years working with DCFS when I was at the Public Guardian's Office representing abused and neglected children. And one of the reasons I left was because it was nearly impossible to keep working with DCFS. When I came to family law private practice and word got out that I had a lot of experience with DCFS, every attorney I knew sent me their DCFS cases because no one wanted them. So I felt that was the universe telling me this is a part of my practice and this is where I have been led. And honestly, it's some of the most rewarding work because when people call and say, I just got a call from DCFS. The majority of my clients are good people, good parents, no history, no background, no anything. And they get a call out of nowhere that DCFS is calling about their children. And they are like, it's the scariest moment in their entire life. I love being able to, calm them down, talk them off the ledge, explain the process, and explain, okay, DCFS might be investigating you, but here's the different ways that I can help. And the first thing that I can do is prep them for the interview with the DCFS investigator. I can be there during the interview with the investigator, and I can also be there when the investigator interviews the children. If they are in fact indicated, meaning the DCFS investigator found credible evidence to support abuse or neglect, then I can do what's called an appeal, a DCFS appeal to try and get that overturned. The next level would be adjudication, meaning DCFS is investigating. They found that there was urgent and immediate necessity and probable cause in order to take protective custody of the children. That's when children are actually taken into DCFS care. There's then what's called a temporary custody hearing when the court is going to decide whether or not those children come into the system. That's a very intense moment when I get those frantic calls from parents. If they take protective custody, the state has only 48 hours to go to temporary custody. So that's when I get a call. My schedule's always full, right? So if I get a call for, hey, they just took my children, I don't know what to do, it's up in court in 2 days, that to me always comes first. It's the highest priority of what I do, and I will absolutely make it work so that I can help those parents in those crucial times. A lot of people say, why do you help parents that abuse and neglect their children? And the truth is, I don't feel that I do. One, I choose my clients, and two, a lot of great parents find themselves in a crappy situation, especially when you're dealing with divorce. A lot of disgruntled spouses, ex-spouses, like to call DCFS on their exes. So a lot of it isn't fair or factual or real, and yet people say, well, then how? I'm sure it's not going to go anywhere then. Not true. It can still go somewhere, unfortunately. Especially if you have parents who are bribing children saying, when they investigate you, make sure you tell them this, and then you can come live with me and I'll give you all this stuff. So unfortunately, it does happen, and it's very sad. It can affect people's careers. Doctors lose their license, nurses lose their license, teachers can't teach. So it's extremely important, and I take it very seriously. Whether I win or lose a DCFS cases, it weighs very heavily on me, and it's very important to me.